Hi, friends. Definitely have not been forgetting about anything. As usual, I have a backlog of videos that I keep a list, and I had an order of the list, and because of just chaos that happened this month, I'm going out of order of the list. Some of you are here for my tarot reviews, which I really appreciate, and I originally started this channel to sort of teach what I've learned over, around 30-ish years of practicing various wooey. Well, I opened as a medium when I was 8, so I've been practicing a long time. But mostly what I do is try to keep a lid on it. So I haven't been posting as many videos related to teaching because I really feel strongly that we're all on our own path, and that I don't know. I've tried teaching in various formats, and I guess that I feel like, well, I would just say this: there are no shortcuts. Like, every time it's like I'm about to teach something, but maybe it took me 10 years to get to where I was doing something like this regularly or whatever. I'm just making that 10-year thing up because I don't have a great grasp of time. I don't know exactly how long it took me to learn each skill that I have. I actually have time blindness, so I don't think about it in those terms that much. But anyway, I'm gonna try to my best in this rambly video to teach one thing, which is kind of like a foundational thing. Let's say, for example, you're like, wow, I don't meditate. You can definitely find the way to meditate, but this is not that video because I'm not like a meditation evangelist or anything. Because the way I meditate is really it's probably just not the way that average people learn how to meditate. So I would just say, if you're interested in getting to your spirit guides or getting to your ancestors, or even, let's say, whatever the universe, we'll go with the universe. Okay, so my biggest tip, at least this week, is seriously, just like this, stop for a second. And when you stop for a second, first, you're going to hear the sounds around you. Like when I do this, I hear many more birds outside. There are a lot of birds outside where I live, but I'm not always hearing them. But when I just stop, first I'm hearing the birds. But then you're like, oh, I stopped. And you stop and then listen. Eventually, it's not going to be the birds. You're going to get your intuition. You're going to hear things that you would know they're not your thoughts because it's things that you wouldn't specifically say to yourself. When this happens to you, you'll know. This is the main way to know that you've made contact with, maybe even if it is your higher self, it's still something that would speak to you in a way where you know it's not your specific thought. Because let's say you're struggling with something and you wouldn't have the same thought as your higher self. There's a lot I can teach about the higher self specifically because I did actually do some training in how to teach people about the higher self. But you start hearing whatever it is you're meant to start hearing. And it develops from there, and it really is that simple. Mediumship is simple. And I include like something like speaking to your spirit guides or angels in mediumship because I don't, well, various reasons. I include like the whole shebang. Anything where you're talking to another entity, like to me, that's mediumship. And where was I? Yeah, it's so you know, you will start getting what's the most important thing for you to hear right then. Like I said, first you're going to hear like the ambient noises around you. And then but you don't have to necessarily like focus on them. As you practice this, you learn to listen for what's even under that, or further, a lot of people say like go within. For me personally, the easiest way is to go a little into my not heart chakra. I keep wanting to say heart chakra, but what I mean is crown chakra. So like I focus a little bit on my crown chakra, and that's how it works for me. Every medium is a little bit different. We don't all do it exactly the same way. Even if we have the same teacher, we're still going to be doing it our own way. We have our own brains with our own experiences that shape our neural pathways, you know. So we all have different like skills when it comes to this, and different things that come more naturally. So there's no two mediums that are the same. Honestly, it's why I still see mediums. I've been doing this since I was 8 years old, but I still see mediums because I don't have every skill under the umbrella. And like not all the time, I would say, you know, whenever things come up, because as a medium things come up. But anyway, so try that. Try to just several times a day. I did just watch a video which suggested that this person does 5 minutes in the morning of this, and it helps their day. But for me, I pause and listen all day long because I've been doing this my whole life. It's just like a reflex that I'll be like, okay, pause and listen, pause and listen. Yeah, and it is an internal voice. I want to be very clear on that, because if it was an external voice, that's a whole other thing. External voices are when you know that you may be having like a further issue. But it's still like an internal voice. It's actually going to sound like your thoughts, but it's going to sound like your thoughts, but when it's coming from like an entity that is not you, it's like things that you wouldn't necessarily say to yourself. So in any case, that is a way to begin. If you've been curious, like how does this thing start? That's really, I mean, I do this all day, every day, and I didn't start out doing this all day, every day. So take this with a grain of salt that I'm saying like this is how it starts, but I have practice. So honestly, what it takes is discipline, because I had to get control of mine, because if you don't, it can be overwhelming. I'll just say that. That's another reason that I don't always teach. But in any case, that's the exercise. Just stop and listen. And listen for what's under the birds, or under your heat or AC, or Personally, I get a lot of words. I'm hyperverbal as a person. That's why my video is running really long right now. But yeah, so try that and see how it works for you. And I will, right now it's Sunday night, I will do my best to get this posted for Monday at noon Eastern, which is my usual time for dropping videos. There's like some background stuff I have to do with YouTube settings and uploading and all that. And if it ends up being Tuesday, I apologize, but it should be Monday at noon. So I hope this helped you. And I will be back with some more tarot content. There's been a couple of things that I'm waiting on, but I didn't want to leave anyone hanging as if I forgot to upload or anything. It's not that. I just have been, it's been hectic. Okay.